Oh, just hit it twice by accident. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Tuesday evening. Right now, I've got our 2024 Topps Midnight Football 8-box full case number 2 random teams. Super pumped about this one. Going to go ahead and get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and we will go ahead and get started. Last time we did pull a Jaden Daniels auto out of one of these boxes.
Jaden Daniels.
We did not see any of the other big rookie QBs, so hopefully we'll get a couple more in here. Y'all were killing it selling this out at the last, not the last minute, but like in the last hour. Everybody's been grabbing spots.
Yeah, we still got some crazy fun deals out there too. We have a high-end basketball mixer, Noir, and 2 boxes of 1-in-1. That still has a 10% code going on until midnight. And then everything else pretty much on the website's 25 to 30% off.
Sean Fear having a hard time tagging you. If you go by something else on Facebook, let me know. I'll get that tag added for you. Man, I love opening this stuff.
I'm excited for this.
I can't wait. I don't know if it's been announced yet. Like, I don't know if they're actually doing it. But if they do WWE Midnight, man.
That'd be sick.
I have to get into some breaks of that. And Lawrence, it's not letting me tag you. I'm going to try typing out your name real quick because I know I can tag you. I've tagged you before. But if I'm not able to tag you, I do apologize. All right.
Try just the last name. Sometimes that works.
Just the last name?
Yeah, it'll search. No.
Nope.
Dang.
It's pulling up with humanity. What the heck? All right. Lawrence, I apologize. For some reason, Facebook today is not wanting me to tag you.
It's been weird.
It has definitely been a weird technological day. But before we hop in and get these names random, I'm going to crack open our case here, get our 8 midnight boxes out. And then we'll get started.
I'm jealous. Stuff looks so fun.
That was a fail. It should have worked.
You should like Karate Kid that thing. Break it.
I've done it before with real wood. It's fun. It's not as hard as you'd think if you do it in the right spot. You want to
get it.
Oh, that's really actually stronger than real wood. You're also not supposed to do a closed hand when you break boards because you will shatter your wrist.
Yeah, don't you like open?
Empty box there.
What we got here, new to the group. Ted Thomas, welcome to the group.
Welcome. Thanks for joining the Iron Lion fam.
We are breaking Topps Midnight NFL. Or football, because I don't know they can say NFL.
I don't think they can because they don't have the licensing yet.
But
all right, let me get this.
Yeah, out of the last break of midnight, I don't want to overspeak, but I believe you pulled the Jaden Daniels, some legends like Joe Theismann,
Xavier Worthy out of 50.
Xavier Worthy.
All right, now that we got those up, I'm gonna cut off Anthony really quick just to get the names up here for the random. Then Anthony can keep telling you. But we're going to roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got a 9, so we're good there.
I just wanted
2,
to cut me off.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Sean on top, Johnny on the bottom. Going to go ahead and get this reflected onto your screens. We do have another break of this up, so if you guys like what you see.
We do have another break.
Another full case.
Yeah.
And we've got our teams here, 32 entries. Arizona Cardinals on top, Washington Commanders on the bottom. Going to roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got a 6, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. San Francisco 49ers on top, Houston Texans on the bottom. Go ahead and get this reflected, get that trade timer started.
Yeah, we do have a lot of great breaks up right now. We have Select Football.
5 minutes on the clock, starting now.
Yeah, so we got Select Football. We got another case of Panini Prism Premier League Breakaway that Aiden just broke. Half case, sorry. Another break of that. That was fun. that was awesome to watch. Pulled a 101, pulled some other fun stuff. We still have Bowman U Best Basketball half case up. We got some Flawless Baseball up. We got that high end basketball mixer.
Mags real quick while the trade timer's ticking.
Panini Impeccable is on the site now. We also have a Marvel anime break. And like Aiden said, we do have another break of this Midnight Football up on the site as well. And I think, let me double check. I will double check, but I think the codes that are out for today, which are, we have some 25 to 30% off codes, are also applied to this midnight as well. We had some, let me go see if that is in our thing before I tell you that is it. But let me find it again. We have been putting out some fun codes to like give you guys some savings, open up, more product, have some fun, and we've been having fun doing this. So let's double check this code, make sure this code is live for this midnight as well. I believe it is though.
I'm so excited to do this break. I forgot.
Yeah. So yeah, so we do have that new midnight one. I am adding that to the codes right now as well. So that one, if you go to our site, say you like what you see here, you want to pick up some spots, go to our site, add the spots to the cart. They are $74.99, but we do have with code TT25 25% off. So, and that goes till midnight Mountain Time, which gives you about another hour and 53 minutes. So go save yourself some money.
Get some stuff ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, get into that. And like I said, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with what you see here. The last case was
3 autos a box,
nice.
so 24 autos total.
And with this draft class and the autographs that you can pull out of Topps, Drake May, you got Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. I mean, is Bowers?
Yep. Brock Bowers has autos in here. Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, so
Xavier Marvin Harrison Jr., Xavier Worthy. A lot of the guys you could not get in previous football releases.
So,
or at least previous non-Topps football releases. CJ Stroud. I know he's not a rookie anymore, but he has autos in this.
Yep.
Tom Brady.
TB12.
That's still on my bucket list. If I pull a Tom Brady, I'm getting up and running around the room like one of those whatnot streamers.
You're gonna pull it in this break.
1.5 minutes left on that trade timer.
I feel it. You're gonna pull it in this break.
I would cry.
We got a Tom Brady 101. And it's gonna say Aiden pulled me. That'd be wild. Could you imagine if it called
that would be call
a shot like some random like inscription?
And be like, hey, listen, folks, because my name's on there, I have rights. We're gonna random it between me and them. Just kidding, I'd never do that.
That'd be wild.
I'm sure there's someone who's tried to pull something like that in the streamer community.
Not here at the Iron Line. We don't do that. No. Here's a random question for you, Aiden, while you're doing this. If you pulled like an Ozzy Osbourne autograph, because we were talking about this in the last break, but then you took that, say it was a sticker auto.
Yeah.
But then you took it to like a con and you got him to put an inscription on the sticker, would that mess up the value somehow?
Usually, yes. I'm hoping, David. I'm hoping. Usually, yes, because it's aftermarket.
Even if you got it authenticated?
Yeah. Because it's no longer original to the card. So, like, it's worth something to, like, an Ozzy collector, but not to the hobby. Does that make sense?
So, it'd make it more valuable to someone specifically collecting, but not to the broader collecting community.
Yes.
Got you.
Perfect. That's going to do it for the trade timer. Seeing no trades, those are going to be everybody's teams. Just a second here.
I'm excited. Let's pull some crazy stuff. TB12. What's the craziest thing you can pull out of here? Let's see, TB12 now. I'm talking about like you can pull a TB12. I don't even know.
I
if you can
don't
pull
know
a
if he
TB12.
is on this checklist, to be honest. No, he's on this checklist as like inserted, so you can
Yeah.
still get an insane. All right, I was just making sure to write down the case hits here. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. I was sad because when I met Ozzy the first night, he was doing Friday and Sunday, and on Friday he was signing personalizing, and then it took so long that they stopped doing it. So when I met him on Sunday, he was no longer personalizing. Can you
Fair.
pull that trash can like right
Yeah,
there?
I got you.
Thank you. Empty sleeve there, because this one's got a lot of big boxes.
The big box.
I might bang.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, like if you get like that Chris Bryant empty box there card that I got signed, like his first
Yeah.
Bowman, not worth as much because it's not like a Topps authenticated auto. Even if I got it authenticated by like Beckett,
That's crazy.
then it's worth more to like because Emmett and I had this conversation
Even if you
about
put like a crazy inscription like MVP Rookie of the
got
Year.
Jace McClellan there. Then our
World
first
Series.
auto of the break gonna be a Spencer Rattler. Nice one there for the Saints.
I like Spencer.
That one going over to Lawrence. There you go, Lawrence. Congrats on that one. Yeah, it's wild. Because Emma and I had that conversation about wrestling, where it's like it's weird that like wrestling memorabilia is worth less than the wrestling cards, even though the collectability of it
Yeah,
is actually like bigger.
that's kind of wild.
And we've got a nice Dexter Manley auto here, 49 out of 99 for the Washington Commanders. I would call that a color match. That is really sick.
That is pretty sick.
That one going over to Lawrence as well.
So there is a Tom Brady autograph in here,
Okay, sick.
but it's
That
for
means-
the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah,
So
I pulled a card for him and it was for the Bucks, but I think it's because in like other tops, I think they switch it
Oh,
back
they
and
switch
forth.
it. Yeah, because I've seen some Patriots.
Because
stuff,
I had a card that I pulled out of Topps signature series. It wasn't an auto, but he was in his Tampa Bay uniform
yeah,
and it said Patriots.
dude, I had that happen to me when you guys were gone at WrestleMania.
Got a Junior Colson here. That one going over to the Chargers.
I pulled a
That one going over to Kevin. There you go, Kevin.
I pulled a Planetary Pursuits, Peyton Manning, and he's in his Colts
But it
jersey.
said Broncos?
But it says Broncos.
That's wild. Got a nice Malachi Corley there and Wayne Sherbert for the Jets.
Dwayne Corbett.
Corbett.
Yep.
We've got a 5 of 5 Will Levis there for the Titans.
That's
And
sick.
10 out of 35 Jacob Cowing. We're going to get that one magged up.
That's sick. 5 of them. That's sick. Dude, this stuff looks so cool.
Tennessee Titans. That one going over to Lawrence. There you go, Lawrence.
Will Levis. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Will Levis.
That's mayonnaise, man, right there.
Dude, mayonnaise in the coffee. So that's a wild move.
I hope they sell that at the stadium. Like the Will Levis special is just mayo in your coffee. Nice little bookend there as well.
Is that the midnight one? Or whatever. What's it called? What's the
Yeah, it's just the midnight. It's the base.
Yeah.
Not babe, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah. They do.
it's not an insert. There we go. Got that a little bit darker.
Will
Then
Levis.
that Jacob Cowing again going over to the San Francisco 49ers. 10 out of 35.
This stuff is sick, dude. Like I said, we do have another full case up on the website with code TT25. Get you 25% off each of your spots. Saves you about $15 a spot. Till midnight.
No duddy.
Till midnight.
I'm just popping in here, trolling, and then leaving.
He's probably eating another blizzard from freaking DQ.
Nah, what you got to get a DQ, man, is those star bars or whatever they're called, the little popsicles.
Oh, really?
They're like giant stars.
Billy bars?
I don't know if they make them
No.
anymore. Empty box there. When I was a kid, they had they were like actual like bomb pops, but they were star shaped,
Oh.
and they were the bomb pop flavors, and they were killer. I used to get them when I was a kid when my daycare would take us to DQ because I hated ice cream. But like I said, I don't know if they make them anymore. They probably don't.
They're like sherbet.
Yeah,
right?
kind of. Reggie Wayne there. This is crazy.
Ooh.
We've got another Spencer Rattler going over once again to the Saints and Lawrence.
Heck yeah.
Hey, I was.
Ain't nobody getting Star Wars, bro.
No, I knew what you meant. I just thought it was funny. And we've got a Joey Porter here for the Steelers, 36 out of 99. Nice one there. Interesting. We've gotten out of 99 as our second auto in both of the autos so far. Both of the boxes. Nice one there for the Steelers. Going over to Travis.
Did you break up with him because he
Put mayonnaise in his coffee. Then we got a Johnny Wilson there for the Philadelphia Eagles on the auto.
Johnny Wilson? Let's go.
Nice little rookie auto there.
I feel like putting mayonnaise in your coffee is a Emmett move. Emmett would do that.
I feel like you should be on a list with Homeland Security if you put mayonnaise in your coffee. Nice Bo Jackson on the star-studded there. We got Dan Marino, 21 out of 149 for the Dolphins.
I know he's like running away from getting sacked, but for a second I thought he had the ball tucked.
He looks like he's about to kill someone.
I was like, that's the most random like Dan Marino pose.
Laces out, Dan, laces out. That's all I ever think about when I see Dan Marino.
For real. The ice toners. Him and OJ. Joseph love.
Finkel, because I know it's Finkel.
I
Empty
do
box there.
I do like this I didn't realize it was green until you
Yeah,
put it in here just a second
It's
ago.
like really empty box there. Well, like this is just a cardboard box, but feel how like solid that is.
that is
Like that's a good quality cardboard box. That's the thing you come to appreciate as a breaker is cardboard. Never in my life did I think I'd be complimenting cardboard, but here we are. Got a Devin Leary here. Nice one there for the Ravens. That's money right there. Rob Gronkowski,
Ooh.
49 out of 75. That one going over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Going over to Lawrence. I'm going to get that one magged up.
That's sick.
That is the first Gronk auto I have ever pulled. That is crazy cool.
Gronk smash.
WWE Hall of Famer Rob Gronkowski.
24/7 titles, Jim? Didn't he be R-Truth for that?
Yep.
That's great. Full circle, baby.
R-Truth is the one of the most awarded WWE champions of all time.
Because he won the 24/7
championship 54 times.
That's wild.
Hey man, that means Star Bars are solid quality. I miss those now. Now I want a popsicle.
The box is the same quality. That's crazy.
That is cool. Hopefully that means the TB12 is incoming.
Ooh. That'd be sick.
Then we've got a Adonai Mitchell here for the Colts. Nice one there for Indianapolis.
I like that design.
That one going over to Dylan. There you go, Dylan. Congrats on that one. Yeah, I love the 80s computer.
It's like reminds me of Tron.
That's crazy.
R-Truth.
Hey, R-Truth is not retired. He's just no longer with the current
that's
company.
messed up, dude. That's messed up. Emmett's trolling tonight, dude.
Then we've got a Blake Corum here for the Rams on the redemption.
Rookie Horizon.
That one going over to Dylan as well. Dylan get the back-to-back autos. Then we have a SSP here. We got the Moonfall. Jason Witten for the Dallas Cowboys. Nice one there. Going to go ahead and get that one magged up.
That was going to Brian Murray.
There you go, Brian. Congrats on that one.
Brian pulled something in
Soccer as
in
well.
soccer, yeah. This product is so cool. The camera doesn't really do it justice. to
No,
be
not at all. You kind of need to almost be in a darker environment for
honest.
it.
Yeah.
And we've got a Joe Alt here for the Chargers, 37 out of 99. Sick. Sometimes I hate seeing cards behind cards because I'm like,
Joe Alt's a good player too.
And we've got a Randy Moss, 10 out of 20 on the star-studded for the Patriots. That is a killer card right there. Going over to Stephen Bailey. There you go, Stephen. Congrats on that.
Emmett said, Aiden, would you?
Walking honeysuckle plants or one big rock golem? Oh, plants. I can't cut open a rock, but I could just hit Honeysuckle plants with a weed whacker. All right, box number 4 here, halfway through. Or torch them. You light a plant on fire, they're not.
That's true.
Can't burn a rock. Unless it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If you try to burn a rock, you might smell what the rock is cooking. Empty box there. Let's see.
Chris Rock.
Let's see a big auto in this one.
Huge auto. Let's do it.
Audric Estime there. Got a rookie patch auto here. 29 out of 75. Latu. Going over to the Colts. Going over to Dylan. There you go, Dylan. Congrats on that one. Perfect. I consent. Then we got a Jalen right here. Going over to the Miami Dolphins. Then we've got a Keyshawn Johnson here. 5 out of 35. That one going over to the Jets. Nice one there.
Iron Line Guardian caps.
Breaking Guardian caps for our 24-hour.
That's wild.
Can we have costume changes for our 24-hour stream?
Macho Man gonna break some?
I don't have that costume right now. That one going over to James. There you go, James. Congrats on that one. Then we've got a nice John Elway Bo Nix Constellations there. We'll top load that one.
We should do like themed hours, like rave hours, like black
Black
light.
glow sticks. Then we got Troy Franklin here, 96 out of 99, excuse me, once again for the Denver Broncos.
Actually, low key, this would be sick to actually probably break in like black light.
This would be sick to break in black light. I have a Joker costume. I can wear that. Then we've got a 20 out of 35 Malik Neighbors for the Giants. Nice one there.
Stuff is delivered.
That one going over to Kevin. There you go, Kevin. Congrats on that one.
Just like Amazon, this stuff's delivering.
I'll get a Dolly Parton costume while I'm in Dollywood in a couple of days, and we'll go from there.
My man's gonna dress up as Dolly, bro. He's gonna be He's working 9 to 5.
I do have a dinosaur mask. I'll break in a dinosaur mask.
I got a Miles Morales mask in my car. I'll break a Miles Morales mask.
Empty box there. I got a Marty McFly costume. I can break this Marty McFly.
Yeah.
And we have a Grandpa Rick. Nate Wiggins there. We've got a Drew Bledsoe.
I saw the jersey real quick and I was like, ah!
Going over to the New England Patriots. Nice one there.
Almost Tom Brady.
I called him Drew Brees the other day because I did that thing where I just saw Drew B. And I was like, oh, Drew Brees. Nice one there for the Patriots. Going over to Steven. Cool. Then we've got a Will Levis here to go with that 5 of 5. Going to be a 30 out of 75 Strike of Midnight auto. Nice one there for the Titans.
Is it strike or stroke?
Is it Stroke of Midnight? Probably Stroke of Midnight. I'm illiterate. That one going over to Lawrence. There you go, Lawrence. Congrats on that.
I was just thinking that's such a weird way to phrase that. If that's
yeah, it is Stroke of Midnight. Then we've got another Johnny Wilson auto for the Eagles there. Dr. Emmett Brown.
Hey.
You know, I never put that together that your name is Emmett and Doc Brown's first name is Emmett as well. And we've got an Anthony Richardson on the night ball there.
That card looks cool.
7 out of 50, Carter Bradley. That one going over to the Las Vegas Raiders.
See hitting the ball at Genty this year?
Yep. It's going to be killer. Nice one there for the Raiders. Finish off that box with Nate Wiggins, which I believe we started the box with Nate Wiggins. Definitely. Yeah, word. Wow. I can dress up like the Juice. I have that jersey. I might be able to do that. Change a jersey every hour for 24 hours. I think I do own 24 jerseys.
That'd be crazy, low-key.
That might actually be kind of cool.
That would would be actually.
Empty box there. I wear my Bucky's football jersey for an hour.
I know you got some hockey jerseys, right?
I do. I had like 6 or 7. I had more, but my Clark Griswold got ruined in the wash. Got a Chris Johnson there.
CJ2K.
I have 24 Aloha shirts too. Got a nice rookie Xavier Worthy there for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nice.
That one going over to Lawrence. There you go, Lawrence. Nice rookie auto there.
This product is very sick. I'm very impressed with this one.
Right behind that, we have a Dante Culpepper auto. That one going over to the Minnesota Vikings. Nice one there. Congrats on that.
Dante Culpepper was my #1 pick in fantasy one year, and
Going over to Johnny Nunez.
tore his ACL 3 minutes later.
Bro, Mark Andrews did that to me one time, and I wanted to launch my phone across. I had a $5 bet that would have won me $2,000, and I hit everything but Mark Andrews, and he needed to run 3 more yards, and he blew it out in the end zone. Got a Darius Robinson here. That one going over to the Arizona Cardinals. Nice one there.
That's sick.
Oh, I was thinking Darius Butler. I was like, isn't that your friend?
Darius Butler would be sick, dude. No, they don't make a ton
That
of
one
those.
going over to Johnny as well. There you go, Johnny. Back-to-back autos. Congrats on those.
Dude, you know how much they made defensive players back in the day? Hardly ever.
Got a Quinyon Mitchell there. 82 out of 99 on the star-studded for the Eagles.
I'm surprised somebody like Pat doesn't have it isn't in tops.
I'm surprised Pat McAfee doesn't have a ton of autos out there. Like, his auto is really hard to get.
Well, I mean, with him being in WWE and a legend from
Man,
football,
he should have WWE autos. That would go nuts. A lot of people really do not like him in WWE,
I
but
know.
I think he's cool. Drew Brees there, 19 out of 75. Going over to the Saints. The thing is, I kind of agree that he's not a good commentator,
yeah,
but he's good, around. Does that make sense? I like him being a part of the WWE.
he's good hype though.
He's good hype.
He's because he's almost like a fan.
There we
at
go.
the
Nice one
commentary
there.
booth.
I feel like he should be more like one of the behind the scenes
Backstage guys?
interviewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a lunar tide there, 22 out of 50. Michael Vick for the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go
Finish off that box.
from the 757.
Or maybe once a week. Because, I don't know. I like him as a commentator, but sometimes it gets too much.
Yeah, true that. I mean, I'm with you on that. I can see that, but I also
All right,
like
second
that
to last box here.
from that. So I'm used to it.
Yeah. I like his show.
And
I think
I will
he's really
and I
good.
will say the one thing that none of that is fake.
Yeah.
That is real
Empty sleeve.
excitement.
Empty box there. I love seeing him fight Austin Theory, too.
Or Adam Cole, baby.
Bang, bang. Got a Jonathan Brooks there. Then we got a nice one for the Patriots here. We've got a Drake May, 35 out of 75 on the rookie patch auto. Going over to Steven. There you go, Steven.
Is that guy good?
Maybe just a little bit. I'm going to crack open a top loader, get that magged here.
That's a good one to get. That's a good one to get. The sad thing is that's not even the best Drake May you pulled in the last 72 hours.
Not even close. I don't think I'll ever live up to that, though. Pulling a big rookie one of one is a pretty
Crazy. Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Getting a little mag party going on. Got to tighten up that mill. Push it back a little. There you go.
There we go. Congrats again on that one, Steven. Right behind that, we have a gorgeous looking one here. Going to be Billy Sims, 4 out of 20. That one going over to the Detroit Lions.
Love his barbecue.
That's what I was thinking.
I've
So
met
that's to do with the barbecue restaurant.
I've
right?
met Billy Sims in person.
Really?
Nice guy, yeah.
That one going over to Lawrence. There you go, Lawrence. Congrats on that.
He was signing autographs in my hometown.
That's sick. Then we've got Enix Rakestraw Jr. right behind that. That one going over to the Detroit Lions also.
Let's go.
Back-to-back autos there.
The crazy thing is that if I would have got that box, I would have been hyped, not even for the Drake May. As a Lions fan, 2 Lions box.
Then we got Steve Young here on the Constellations. 4 out of 99 Rod Smith and Jacob Cowing. Love Rod Smith. I do not have his auto, but I have met Rod Smith, and he was one of the coolest dudes.
Got a Rod Smith jersey.
I don't have a Rod Smith jersey, but I have a what's their last name? I can't remember. It was two brothers. The one passed away. They played for the Broncos, so it's 80, but it's not his 80. And so when I met him, he was like, "You're wearing the wrong jersey," and so I have pictures of him like holding up my jersey,
That's funny.
making fun of it.
That's hilarious.
He was super cool. I've met him and I've met Eddie Mack.
That's cool.
I think those are the only two Broncos players I've met. Oh no, I met another dude and I can never remember his name because he wasn't that good. He came to read at my elementary school. Empty sleeve there.
Oh, they
Empty box there. And then I met a ton of Jacksonville Jaguars players, including Evan Ingram, who's now a Denver Broncos player. So I guess I have met my man Easy E.
Yeah, true that.
And I can't remember his name now. Number 1 overall. Got a Jalen right there. We've got another big rookie auto. We got a Caleb Williams for the Bears. How about that? Going over to William. There you go, William. Going to get that one magged up for you, my friend. Congrats on that.
That is a beautiful one in person.
So far, out of 2 cases, we've pulled Drake May, Caleb Williams,
Jaden Daniels.
and Jaden Daniels. We're just looking for the Bo Nix.
That's case number 3.
Trayvon Walker, right? Was the number 1 overall?
Yeah,
draft
yeah,
pick in Georgia?
Trayvon Walker.
I literally had that name the whole time in my head, and I was like, that can't be right. But it is Trayvon. He was the coolest. He stayed with his kid forever.
That's
And
awesome.
just signed autos and was talking. I met Travis Etienne Jr.
That's cool.
He was not taking pictures, but I met him. One of my favorite players.
Did you meet Christian Kirk?
No, because him and Trevor were not. I have a complicated view of Christian Kirk because he was stellar in Jacksonville, but also he kind of comes off as a word I cannot say.
Not a
on
nice
camera.
guy.
Yeah. Because, like, he just, like, when he was leaving, and I get, like, if you don't want to meet players, that's, or, like, people, I get it. But, like, when he just gave off an air of.
Need a JJ and a Penix. Man.
They don't have autos. Neither of them have autos in this product. Darrelle Revis, nice one there for the Jets. They are both Panini exclusive athletes.
They're in Panini Noon.
Panini noon.
that'd be
The other half of 12. And then we've got an Anthony Munoz auto there. That is a really nice signature.
Dude, one of the
Going over to the Bengals.
one of the greatest offensive linemen of all time. The Hall of Famer. Anthony Munoz.
Panini Don.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one there. Going over to the Bengals and Travis. There you go, Travis. And we've got a nice Blake Corum. 27 out of 149, Trey Benson. 15 out of 20, Peyton Manning.
Let's go.
That is killer.
Florida Broncos quarterback. Or is that the
My
Broncos?
favorite.
Is that Broncos?
Oh, yeah, it's 18. Well, did he wear 18
Yeah.
by Indianapolis, too, I guess. But there we go. 15 out of 20. Let's flip it. That is going over to Denver and the Broncos. Going over to Travis. That's, aside from Trevor Lawrence, that's my all-time favorite quarterback.
That's cool. I'm down with that. He is my goat. I
Yeah.
know Tom Brady
That's what I always argue.
more, but if I'm drafting a quarterback, I'm taking Peyton Manning.
There we go. Nice one there for the Broncos. All right, let me get a couple cards moved over. Not many, because this is a hit-heavy product. And then we will hop into our bro, I can smell that energy drink from all the way over here. Lord. It smells like apple candy.
If you knew the inner workings of the Iron Line, you know that we down energy drinks very fast here.
We have problematic health.
And Aiden downs them very fast, and he has been working on this energy drink for no less than 14 hours.
That's how you know it's not great. Got a Peyton Manning, 15 out of 20 for the Denver Broncos. Anthony Munoz on the auto there for the Bengals. Darrelle Revis for the Jets on the auto. Rod Smith out of 99 for the Denver Broncos. Ennis Rakestraw Jr. on the auto for the Lions. Billy Sims out of 20 for the Lions on the auto. Michael Vick for the Falcons out of 50. Drew Brees for the Saints out of 75. Quinyon Mitchell there out of 99 for the Eagles. Darius Robinson there going over to the Cardinals on the auto. Dante Culpepper there for the Minnesota Vikings on the auto. Xavier Worthy rookie auto for the Kansas City Chiefs. Carter Bradley out of 50 for the Raiders. Johnny Wilson auto for the Eagles. Will Levis auto out of 75 for the Tennessee Titans. Drew Bledsoe auto for the Patriots. Malik Neighbors on the night ball there, 20 out of 35 for the Giants. Troy Franklin for the Broncos out of 99. Keyshawn Johnson there, 5 out of 35 going over to the Jets. Jalen Wright going over to the Dolphins. Latu on the rookie patch auto out of 75 going over to the Indianapolis Colts. Randy Moss, that one going to be 10 out of 20 going over to the New England Patriots. Joe Alt out of 99 going over to the Chargers. Blake Corum going over to the Rams on the redemption. Adonai Mitchell going over to the Colts on the auto. Johnny Wilson once again for the Eagles. Joey Porter, 36 out of 99 for Pittsburgh. Am I tripping? Is there also basketball? There's a basketball player, something Porter Jr., right?
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
For Denver.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Spencer Rattler there for the Saints. Jacob Cowing, 10 out of 35. San Francisco 49ers. Got a Junior Collison there for the Los Angeles Chargers as well. Dexter Manley there out of 99 for the Commanders. And another Spencer Rattler for the Saints. Then we have our mags. We got the Caleb Williams, a rookie auto. Drake May, 35 out of 75 for the Patriots. I should say the Caleb Williams is for the Bears. I felt like that was self-explanatory. But Rob Gronkowski, 49 out of 75 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jason Witten there for the Dallas Cowboys on the Moonfall. And we have the Will Levis, 5 of 5 for the Tennessee Titans. All right, that's going to do it for this break. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on with me. Hope you have a